Today on EC News, we discuss the recent presidential debate. The debate focused on 4 key topics: gun control, gay rights, the economy, and relations with Iran. Candidates Julia McGrath, John Vandenberg, Megan Glacken, and Peter Pagano participated in the debate Wednesday afternoon, while Rami Sultan was unable to attend.
The debate started off a bit slow because the responses from the candidates over gun control and gay rights were routine and consistent with their platforms. However, the debate quickly heated up over the topic of the economy, with more rapid and accusatory responses from the candidates.
With the recent shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, gun control is currently a hot topic for debate. Conservatives claim their right to bear arms, citing the Second Amendment, while liberals seek stricter restrictions on firearms. The 4 candidates demonstrated a liberal view on this issue, and all of them want to ban automatic and semi-automatic guns.
The candidates were definitely united on this topic. They all agreed that background checks should be more strict and thorough, especially in regards to looking at people's mental health. Senator Glacken specifically stated that buyers should not be allowed to buy a gun the same day they apply for one, so stores have a chance to do a very thorough background check.
Thorough background checks are necessary. We need to take at least a few days for them to get purchased. You can have them, you can come back the next few days, but thorough background check, including mental illness, much like Mr. Vandenberg said.
A great question that came up was the candidates' takes on teachers having guns inside schools to defend against an attacker. Governor McGrath, Senator Vandenberg, and Senator Glacken argued against teachers having guns in school, while Governor Pagano believes schools should have the option to provide teachers with guns. The safety of the students is clearly at risk. Either way, one argues the issue.
And they can have, like I said, everyone knows I love tasers. You heard the quote by me. Tasers are just as allowed as anything else, and they're mace. Sure, teachers can have things like this, pepper sprays in their classroom if they feel comfortable, but if they don't, well, we need someone else. They can't just be all done.
Thank you. Candidate Pagano?
I do not believe that tasers are going to stop a gunman with an assault rifle in the hallways. I believe that there should be a certain amount of teachers that are armed.
The second topic of the debate, gay rights, is another issue in the limelight, with the Supreme Court currently handling 2 cases pertaining to it. While conservatives are generally against gay marriage, liberals are for greater rights among the gays. When asked about gay rights, all 4 candidates were in favor of gay rights and leaned liberal on the topic. Join us in a few moments after this weather break. Welcome to weather from EC News. Today's weather for Friday, January 4th in the Pennsylvania areas. Glen Mills, just outside of Philadelphia here, will be experiencing a partly sunny day and a partly cloudy day, with 10% chance of rain. The morning low will be 27, but temperatures will reach as high as 37 by midday. In the Poconos, near Scranton, there's a 20% chance of snow, with the high of 28 and the low 23. A little colder out there. Have a great day, everyone.
Welcome back. As we continue our coverage on the debate intensified when the subject shifted to the economy. Because of the fiscal cliff fiasco, attempts to minimize economic damage, and uncompromising job numbers, finding a permanent solution to help the economy is important in this election.
The discussion began calmly as all candidates agreed in regards to foreign relations and trading. The United States should focus on importing less and exporting more. The candidates believe that this would help encourage Americans to produce goods here and thus help the economy. Lastly, many candidates touched upon expanding oil production and clean energy in order to become more energy independent in the near future.
And what Governor Pagano and McGrath said is they want alternative energy, but we need to focus on alternative energy that is clean and renewable. So while exporting oil will help our country, we also need to focus on the environment as well, so renewable energy that will create jobs here.
The second economic question brought the onslaught of disagreements near the end of the debate. Although the question was geared towards all social programs, the main focus quickly shifted to Social Security and whether or not it would be a program the candidates would cut. While Governor Pagano was concise, stating he would privatize Social Security and cut military spending, he did not go into much detail. This vagueness raises questions as to whether or not he truly has a plan for the funding of social programs the federal government runs.
Governor McGrath was much more specific, explaining that her administration would create a means testing for Social Security. Those earning over $500,000 before retirement would be assessed to determine what percentage of Social Security they would obtain, if any.
Well, I do not believe in cutting Social Security at all. Instead, I believe in means testing. So in that way, those people who can comfortably live after they retire, we would not have to provide them with as much Social Security or any Social Security.
Although she seems to have a strong idea, Governor McGrath seems a little unsure as to how to exactly implement her plan. Senator Vandenberg also addressed Social Security, but mentioned reorganizing the program instead of cutting it. He did not explain what that would entail, however. He also briefly mentioned increasing payroll taxes and reducing military spending, but again did not dive into specifics.
Lastly, Senator Glacken found herself in some hot water after her response to this question. She started off by saying that Social Security and welfare should not be handouts for people. She believes that people should be making an attempt to find employment before they receive money from the government. Senator Glacken also mentioned creating more jobs to give to those people having a hard time being hired by having an extensive cabinet to look into individual situations.
Every individual who needs Social Security or welfare.
You're not going to? You're not going to go visit your American people?
You can ask questions.
No, that was a statement.
Senator Vandenberg said, there are 300 million people in the United States, and if she has a cabinet large enough to meet with every single person who needs Social Security, then there's going to be a lot more taxes going into that than...
While Senator Glacken appeared to be dodging some questions on how exactly she would create these jobs or assess if people were making an attempt to find a job, she often made comments that other candidates found to be disconcerting. There were also members of her campaign team signaling for her to stop talking, possibly showing some disconnect between the senator and her party.
With little time at the end of the debate, the candidates quickly expressed their views on the relationship between the United States and Iran. Each candidate proposed peaceful negotiations and not war. Governor McGrath would like to see more sanctions on oil and banking, while Senator Vandenberg and Governor Pagano advise against any and all sanctions. If elected, Senator Vandenberg plans to keep a close watch on Iran because he fears a revolt against Mahmoud Ahmadinejad's re-election in June.
Here at EC News, we hope to provide the public with the most truthful and honest information out there. The recent debate, as most do, had a few errors on the parts of the candidates. You have to straighten things out for those of you watching this election.
To start, on January 2nd at 11:47, Senator Glacken stated that the assault weapon ban ended with the Clinton administration. Although Clinton was the president who implemented the ban, it ended in 2004, when President George W. Bush allowed it to expire. In addition, although the campaign managers set specific rules prior to the debate, the candidates strayed occasionally.
You're going to see everybody. You're going to be in the White House, and there's over 300 million people. So how are you going to make sure everybody gets seen? I mean, you can't do this alone. Who's going to see everybody?
Although no one addressed it at the time, Governor Vandenberg asked another candidate a question, which was specifically forbidden.
Throughout the debate, there were also a few slip-ups with titles and names among the candidates. Senator Vandenberg called Governors McGrath and Pagano senators, but was quick to correct himself. Senator Glacken also mixed up titles, referring to Mr. Vandenberg as a governor, before quickly correcting herself as well. You would think she would know his title, considering they're senators from the same state.
Through the first debate, we can see the candidates are full of ideas and willing to engage in discussions when necessary. Let's hope some more heated discussions occur in the next debate as candidates explore different solutions to the issues facing our nation today.
EC News also hopes that the candidates will go into more specifics to further explain their ideas. Shortly after the debate, EC News conducted a poll, and we'd like to share our results with you. We asked voters who they thought won Wednesday's debate, and Governor McGrath received 40% of the votes, winning by a narrow margin. Senator Vandenberg was close behind with 30%. Senator Glacken received 20%, and Governor Pagano received 10%. We believe that Senator Vandenberg and Governor McGrath were among the top candidates because they included specifics and went into details with their plans. EC News would also like to note that we believe that Senator Glacken and Governor Pagano received the majority of their votes from their own party, although Governor Pagano's party was misrepresented when the poll was conducted. If all of his party had been in attendance, EC News believes that Senator Glacken and Governor Pagano would have tied in the poll at 15%.
The second debate will be held on Tuesday, January 8th. Although topics and rules have not been set, the campaign managers have planned to meet today to discuss this.
EC News would like to present a new segment this week. After passing the halfway mark in the race, we have collected quotes from various candidates and their parties.
During a discussion between various reporters and party members, a member of the Jacuzzi Party stated on December 11th at 2:30 p.m., quote, "I'm going to completely brainwash everyone." That same member also said immediately afterwards, "I'm just going to rewrite Stalin's speeches and use them for our campaign." While we have not found evidence of this occurring in this campaign, this raises questions about the ethics of this party.
During a topic speech before the winter recess, a member of the Moderation Party campaign was quoted saying, "I was getting mad at you. Why won't he stop?" on December 21st at 12:25, in reference to their candidate John Vandenberg. Although it is not certain what the comment specifically was about, it alludes to some divisions and tensions within the party at an early stage in the race.
Lastly, in regards to Wednesday's debate, Senator Glacken was quoted on January 3rd at 11:53 saying, quote, "There are 300 million people and I have met every single one of them up close and personal," end quote. Most likely in an attempt to defend her comments in the debate regarding meeting individuals in order to help them with unemployment.
This is my last broadcast at EC News because I am currently leaving to conduct a foreign investigation over in India starting Monday.